Welcome to our iOS course from Edgeonics. My name is Brett, and in this lesson, we're going to see how to create an app icon. So if I bring up the watch simulator, you can see there's a few icons on here, and it's getting kind of hard to tell which ones are our icon versus other things we might be working on. So before we get into other topics, I just want to show you how to create an app icon, which will make accessing your app a little bit easier and not accidentally hitting some of these other apps and wasting time on that. So if we go into Xcode and we go to our watch interface, so our iOS app has an icon. And if we go into image assets, this is it here. We have it set one for the iOS app. There's a similar thing for the watch app. So here's the watch, and we have an icon as well, a set of icons that we can use here. So this is the app part and not the extension that we're going into. So here's the extension, which has a set of images you can use for complications. So to set your watch app icon, just go into assets.xc assets, and then this is where you're going to set your icons. So for an icon, it's best to have something square, and we're going to keep it simple here and just use our baseball image that we have. So you might have another custom image that better represents your app, but I'm going to show you the mechanics of how to do this so that you can then, whatever icon you're creating, can use that and put it into your app. Now you can see there's a lot of different icons that they're wanting us to use here, and for the sizes they're giving everything in points, which is fine. I'll show you in this example how we're going to make use of that information as well. So we're not going to go and create each individual one of these, although I'll show you, if you're interested in doing something like that, how to get the point sizes. So if I go to the baseball icon, I'm going to right click this and show in Finder. So this brings us right to our baseball icon, and then I can right click and open it in preview, and that opens up our baseball icon. And from here, what I want to do is actually make a duplicate. So I don't want to modify this particular image, I'll just make a duplicate, and what I'm going to do is baseball. And if I go back to Xcode, I would say I'd be working on this one here, which is Apple Watch Notification Center. It's a 24 point. So in this case, what I would do for this name is do baseball icon 24 and just go ahead and hit enter. Now for the sizing, I'll click Tools, Adjust Size, and here I've got it on points. It might be defaulted to pixels. So you just switch over, go to points, and do 24 and click OK, and now you've got your icon. And if I go into the Finder window that opened for that, which is this one, you can see here I've got that icon, and then I could just drag it into Xcode. So I'd bring up Xcode, I'd bring up my Finder window, and then just drag it over here into this space that for the 24 point. Then I would go back to my original image, duplicate it, give it a name, baseball icon 29, and then I'd resize it to 29 points. So that's kind of the more tedious way to do it. It depends on your workflow that you're using. You might have some custom icons. Or you can take a larger icon and do something really quick, which is what we're going to do now. So I'm going to go into Safari and go to makeappicon.com. So that is this site here. What you're going to do is click this button, go seek out your icon. So it's going to be our baseball icon, which is going to be 640 by 640 pixels. And you can see here they're telling us they actually want 1024 by 1024. So the baseball image would not be ideal for this situation, but just as a demonstration of the mechanics of how you would do this, I've gone ahead, clicked, uploaded it, and you'll type in your email address. They'll send you a zip file. And so I'm going to show you now what's included in that zip file and how you get it into Xcode. So going back to Finder, if I back out of this a little bit, so let's see, I am going to go here, and here it is, make icon. So this is the zip file. I renamed it to make icon.zip, and here you have the different images. And so on the website, I did check that I want to use, let's see, I don't think I can do it here. I'll go ahead and do this, and then you'll see the options will change. So they're going to go ahead and create this zip. You'll put your email address here, and you'll keep this box checked because this is going to be for iWatch. And then over here in Finder, you can see we have WatchKit, and then we have another folder in here. It's got all the different icons for the watch. So what you do now in Xcode, go back to Xcode, we've got our app icons. So I'm going to click this and right click and go down to import, and import all of those images from the extracted zip. So I'll go find those. So here they are. Just go right into, select that folder, then open that folder, and now look, they're all in there and all in the right places. So if I go to our simulator, and let's see, we have the watch simulator. So we have 3 custom apps here. One of them is the app we've been working on. Now we're going to be able to tell which one it is. So what I'm going to do is push the watch app right here out to the simulator. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and bring the simulator to the forefront so we can see that our icon will change. So the watch is updating, and now I need to go back to the home screen. We should see our icon, so I'm going to go home, hardware home on the simulator, and go back out. Now notice the icon is not there, so it's a question of what happened in this case. So you can see we did this import, and it gave us an app icon -1, and that's where all of our icons are. But that's not going to work. We actually need this app icon for it to work. So we need to do a little bit of renaming, and you'll notice app icon still has nothing in it, and that's why we're not seeing anything in the simulator for our icon. So I'm just going to do a -2 and rename this to app icon. Now I'll stop the simulator and push this out again. So you can see here we already have our baseball icon. We can clearly identify this app inside the simulator. So this is a great way to get your icon up on the app, and then you can tell which one it is. You don't have to worry about clicking accidentally on the wrong app. Another thing this does, you'll notice it renamed our app icon to -1. What you can do is if you want to test out different icons, you can import them and then just give them like a -2, a -3, a -4, and you can keep accumulating those icons. And the one you want to use, just make sure it's called app icon, and you can flip between all these other icons that you've imported, these icon sets rather, that you've imported into Xcode, and test them out and see which ones, fit what you want to use for your app. So that is how you can import your app icons into Xcode. And the website again that I used was called makeappicon.com. Just enter in your email and it will send it to you as a zip, and just import it from there. Remember, the one that you want for your app needs to be named app icon.